Some of you may be thinking, what's the point? Why should young people get involved? Nobody listens anyway. What's really changed? Well, actually, it's so critical with everything happening in the world, whether it's here in the UK or globally. Our voices have changed things. How things are today are very different from how they were 20 years ago. Our voices and representation is more present. We're here and we're not going anywhere. And that's why we need articulate, confident, skilled, excellent leaders. And I've already seen them. And that's why we're encouraging, come to the front, help change policy, help be a spokesperson, help make change policy for your communities. 40% of Muslims reside in the most worst socio-economic deprived areas. 50% of Muslims in this country are under the age of 25. We are waiting for you to help change and shape the course of not only our communities, but of Britain itself. Because if you don't step up, who will? And if you're not that voice, who will be that voice? I'm sure they'll find someone else. That's what inspired me to become the Secretary General. I was sick of how I was being represented in the media. I was sick of not having a place or a voice or a say. Be careful what you wish for. And now I'm at the table. It's not just about being at the table, it's about how you use your voice and what change you actually make. And that's why we need more of you coming forward. Navigating politics can be so tricky. If you see my first week when I got elected, you'll know exactly how. And so understanding how to use your voice is very much a part of even being willing to step forward in the first place. And what I can say is that there's plenty of things in terms of support, whether it comes to media training or leadership courses. But you know what the best experience is? First, it's trust in Allah, because He already guided you to that place. He's already given you all the skills. You just got to flex those muscles and use them. Second, it's about understanding the political environment that you're actually in. If you don't study, you're not going to pass. So understanding the way politics works, understanding narrative, persuasion, the argument, the debate, but also, and thirdly, taking people with us. Isn't that the beautiful thing that Islam teaches us? We're not alone. There are people from all walks of life, of all faiths and none, that are with us on this journey of seeing a better world and making a change. And you will find allyship all over. And maybe the final thing is having a little bit of fire inside. Being willing to go into environments which are difficult, which are uncomfortable, and putting yourself in that hot seat. Practice. I don't even know how many interviews I've done. I don't know how many meeting rooms I've been in. I don't even know how I've done some of the interviews that I've been able to do. But with tawakkul and faith in Allah, with the confidence and the ability to know that I have a message I want to share with the world, and understanding my message and being confident in it, and then with a little bit of skill and learning and from others, there's plenty of us who are happy to share and lead and support you along the way. It's possible. There was a time where people wouldn't believe they were going to be journalists or politicians or editors or so on and so forth. But then they did it. So why not try? How will you know otherwise? So here's the most important part. Whoever you are or wherever you are, you can make a change. So how can you do it? Well, number one, faith. Allah is the greatest force in our life, our guiding compass, our source of hope, inspiration. If you have that tawakkul and belief, then anything is possible because Allah will make the way. And with faith comes endurance, resilience, and the confidence to even start. Number two, vision. Do you have a vision for yourself? Do you know where you're going? Do you even understand what Allah has destined for you and all the gifts that He's given you? Well, you won't find out until you dream big, until you think about climbing that mountain and then taking that first step. Have a vision, be excited, be passionate, and be willing to take that step. And that brings me to number three, which is will. Until we are courageous and we have the will to take the first step forward, we won't. And the first step is always the hardest because it's the scariest and we don't know what's going to happen. But becoming the Secretary General of the MCB was kind of scary. But what I realized is it opened so many doors. It allowed me to make a change, to have a vision. And with that confidence that Allah was going to guide me and He wouldn't put me anywhere I couldn't handle, I knew I could do it. I hope with these 3 tips, you'll be willing, confident, assured, and faithful to take that step forward.